Push up, Johnny, push up, boy. Center back. Higher.
Clever, Ibby. Shady, might be open. Shady.
Not the ball.
Good boy, good. Calm,
Tony. Yes, Eddie.
Come on, step.
Go across two now. Good. Pass from the other side.
Easy. It's over, lower. Good, Charlie.
Two.
Go on, Chris. Go on.
Hurry, look up.
Good boy, Chrissy.
Press.
Sustain the attack. Dante will look up. Go, Dante. Look up. Joseph, step forward. Chris, really wide.
Stay narrow.
Really wide.
Again, narrow.
Pass, Joe.
Ready, Stuart.
Good. Calm. Move him. Good.
David, stop this pass in the middle. Work them back.
Chrissy.
Stuart, ready. Makai, no buena.
Good.
Jacob, follow him.
Yes, Chris. Smile, Chris. Good.
More close. Yes, more. Be brave. You know the better long ball. Be brave. Boys, with the ball now.
Davey, get on the pivot. Davey, come on.
Hold, wait, together.
Again.
Together.
Charlie.
Together.
Step in, Jacob. Higher, Jacob, higher.
Yes, Chris, yes. Shady. Don't let him out. Good.
Chris, Charlie, well done. Hey, come in.
Get up. Squeeze, get him up, chest. Riley, a little bit closer to where that 7 is. Good boy, Charlie. Good, nice.
Press.
Good, Ibrahim. Well done, Riley.
Ready to run, yes. Makai, behind.
Wait, Shady.
Josie, Jacob behind.
If we sit there.
Jasper, ready behind.
Screen.
Boy behind.
Dante, ready to run. Yes, Sol. Yes, 8.
Chrissy, drop ball. Chrissy! Chris!
Izzy, that's it. Shady, the 8.
Good. He's been carrying the switch yesterday.
Guys, roll out, stop, roll out. Okay, high, roll out. More. Two, yes.
Yes, Chris.
Yes. Wide up,
Now you jump, Chris! Yes, Chris! Yes! Chris, well done!
Don't roll out.
Ibby, same job! Same job!
Ready behind.
Ready.
Boy, behind.
Yes, Izzy.
Well done, Charlie.
Riley, if they want to step to provoke, we've got to make sure we're super compact. You have to scan. You see the runner?
Joseph Wheeler. Fantastic, young man.
Conte, continue with the rollout. Good. Continue with the rollout. Really good, Charlie. Jasper, when we find rollout, behind, yes. Yes.
Good, Charlie. Chicago, stay in the gate.
Yes. Charlie! Charlie! Charlie!
David, get set. Johnny.
Joe.
Jacob, Jasper.
Chris. Mark. 7. Mark.
7, go side.
Church and Dante
Hey,
ready.
second ball, Macaiba.
Drop. 5 yards.
So, hurry, hurry.
Guys, steer, ready, steer. Steer, get in position. Come on. Okay.
Up, 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 up. Come on. Red.
Lose the ball! Lose the ball!
Smash it from there. Yeah, it's just. You can finish from there.
Steady.
Yeah, I did.
Izzy.
Jacob,
Izzy.
smash it, try to
Not wide. Inside. Inside.
Johnny! Go, baby, go! Win it!
Yes, Chris.
Go, Jacob!
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
on board, on board! Ball, David! Play with the ball! Keep the ball!
Good.
Easy.
Step in, Charlie!
Izzy, loose, loose, loose. Yes, JD.
Roll out! Roll out! Yes,
Charlie.
With the ball! Get on there! Side on, Jacob, side on, Jasper, the ball is here, a little bit more. Yes, David!
Good steer.
Look!
Good steer.
Yeah, Shady.
Jacob, yes!
Yes, Shady.
Come on! Come on!
Steer from that side, steer from the other side, steer.
Shady, well done.
Come on! Charlie! Charlie, yeah. Play with the ball, play with the ball. Get.
So higher!
People's
So
inside.
higher!
People's inside, just for free, don't be behind. Can we deliver? Another! Keep playing, Charlie, Steve, with Jacob. Charlie, with Jacob is more quicker.
Stuart, stay there, Stuart.
Go on then. Tight,
Go
Riley.
police.
Yes, Charlie.
Yes, one. Flag, well done, Mark. Hold on, hey. Straight.
Wider.
Hey, wider. Hold on behind. Salvi, the free man is Jasper. Don't when we play Jasper on the left, yes? Just.
Good. Find your rhythm again. Find your rhythm.
Down, boys, down. 10. Drop.
Dante.
Ten.
Come against the
Drop
press.
more.
It's all going to lose a little bit.
Drop out, 10.
Ready? Easy, go
Matthias free behind.
Go on.
Swat, free, down, go forward. Yes, sir.
Red, speed some line.
Go on, your man.
Right side, Stuart. Come down the side, Stuart.
Yes. Go. Yes. Yes, boy. Drop more. Drop.
Let's go on, go, Chris.
Quick guy, Jacob. Yes.
Perfect, Jimmy.
Stepping son, stepping more. Wider.
Tight.
Yes.
It's the side, boys. Tight.
Good.
Come on, Shady.
Jacob, behind you.
Pick him out. Face it! Face the kid!
Go, goalkeeper. Ibi.
Ewan!
On the two.
Yeah, there.
Joe.
That's Ewan! That's Ewan!
Right.
Roll out is perfect. Roll out is where we want it to go.
Harry.
Saba just goes out there. Hey.
Ibi.
Jacob!
Ibi.
Open up!
Two.
Yeah, so then Dante's
Look,
got...
brothers!
Anyone?
Look, brothers, shot!
Next year.
Jasper! Hey, Jas! Come on!
Go in.
Look on! Chris! Up!
Joe.
Hey, Jasper! Got to deal with that!
Harry, swing round. Charlie. Into the box. Second ball. Ibi. Into the box.
You, do you aware? Get half and half!
Nothing comes out. Gamble through. Good ball, Jacob.
Chris, go on, Chris. Go on.
Inside. Go inside. Don't leave it inside.
Harry McGlinchey, come here. Harry. Good boy.
Go for it, baby. Harry. Don't leave it inside. Makai, yes, sir. Yes, everyone. Simon. Put pressure in the ball. Yes, David.
Where this is safe?
What's up? What? Yes. Come on, Ref. Ref, come on. This is not fault. Come on. What are you doing, man?
Focus! Focus! Long throw! Punch and spare! Stay spare! Screen it! Up! Get your line up! Good, quick! Izzy, higher! Can you play forward, Hay?
Yes, Makai. Jockey now. Go.
Reactivate!
Yes, Chris, connect.
Come on. Play with the ball.
Just step a little higher. Step a little higher. Stay together.
Listen up, son.
You're too high!
So!
In behind us, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Go free. Hi. Shoulder. Yes.
Yes, Riley.
Yes. Here's the ball.
Well done.
Go on.
Joseph, well done.
Go on.
If you stay here, you're spare.
Well done, Shani.
Come on, Makai. Makai here. Makai here.
Yes! Come on!
David.
Well done, lads. More. Makai. Good. But just in this play, look because you have behind the 7 and Jacob was there. Yes? Good. Go for it, boys. Go for it. Jacob, Salon. Jacob, your man. Yes, go.
Lucky, next one, come on, well done.
So, he can't bring it off. He's under pressure. Shady. Don't get off his feet. Harry's head's down. Where's Shady? Where's your forward?
6, Fiona, not the 6, Fiona.
Come on, Makai. Jacob here.
So he needs speed.
Well done.
Ready. Help us.
Good pressing, Monte, David. Go. Ready to press again. Narrow pass. Jacob, go across. Jockey. We are fine.
Go together, Chris. That's good.
Set.
Dante, Joe.
One for one. Come. 1 for 1. In the middle.
Go to the next way.
Say lock up. Make sure we're locked.
Let's go.
Good speed of the ball. Good. Keep working it. Keep working it.
Let it out there.
Good. Work it. Look for those runs,
Well
Izargo.
done, David.
Underlap.
Well done, David.
Store here. Stay to jump, Makai.
Good. Every stay pocket. Stay
We need to
pocket.
jump outside. Outside William. Outside William. Nice go.
Harry, higher.
Don't go.
Stay last line, Chris. Stay on the
Go,
shoulder.
go, a little bit more.
Calm, calm.
Hey,
Patient.
Jacob with the
Keep
10.
moving it.
Narrow now, let go,
Narrow.
yes.
Harry, run. Stretch him. Stretch it, Harry.
Marcos talking.
You have to find the run. Good, there it is. Good.
Get ready! Charlie, get organised! Ready! Chris! Your job, Chris!
Shady's roll.
Charlie! That's it! That's it! Chris, dig in! Charlie! Go, Chris! Go, Chris! Go, hard! And again!
Yes, ref. Yellow card, ref. Yes, ref. Don't get that.
Ref, that's even worse than ours.
Ref, it's counter attack.
Shady, well done!
Drop,
Yes,
drop,
yes,
drop.
not saying! Hard!
Okay, drop. Store, yes. Same, store, yes. Good.
Shady, when
Store
you're
free.
ready!
Store free.
Look up! You can do it! Ready? Get ready!
Jacob, store is free. Store is free here.
Go,
Yes.
go, go! Come on!
Time now. Yes. Let it free.
Well done, well done. Next one, come on, well done.
Jacob.
Stuart, well done, Stuart. Next one, Stuart, come on.
Good. Keep going, let's go. Keep going. Behind you. Go.
Stuart, we lost him, Stuart.
Wrong now!
Behind, go fast. Behind.
Dante, step. Joe, look for the movements in behind.
I think I went for a hot dog in front of
No, David, no.
David, wait.
Yes, Chris.
Wait. Narrow.
Try the
Narrow.
hole.
You want? Good ball.
You missed the penalty.
Shoot your
Hit
back.
the highest point. Hit Chris.
Makai,
Riley,
reach
go
out.
on, Riley, go on.
Jacob with the third.
Run past him, right?
Riley, you can work the overlap with him. Go again then, go again. You might go fake switch.
Side Jacob.
Narrow.
Look at the third. Look at the third.
Izargo, stretch, Izzy.
Stop. Store, come.
Joe,
Friend,
Joe.
it is man for man, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah? You're good enough to go overweight. Listen, you do it from dead, it's better than either the other two doing it moving.
Go.
That was.
Keep going! Hey, go! Dante! Keep going, yeah? Let's go! Shady, Hicks, keep going! Come in!
Jasper! 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 Choose, go! Choose! We're telling yes!
Come on, Chrissy.
Drop!
Speed!
Okay, ready?
That's it.
Yes!
Good, come on, Riley.
Go! Yes! That's the play!
Hey, Chris, Riley.
The ball!
Highest point.
More, yes!
Foul, ref. Calm. Keep working it. Pen back. Good, keep it moving, Charlie. Don't worry. Calm.
Go on!
Izal, higher.
Passing like with the 10, but ready, we go with the 2. Jacob with the 10!
Show, threaten the run. Inside the fullback.
Press!
Jasper! High block!
Really wide.
Yes, go! Hold your man!
Open your mouth, Shady. Good.
Don't get down, you are!
You lost the 6 already, Stuart.
Other side, we want to change it. Can we change it? Step towards him. Step.
Get on there! Red!
Good boy. Good. Come on, Chris. One more. Go. Good. Shady.
Dante, start slightly closer.
Donnie, same again!
Joel! 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 Stop with Jasper to take the free kick. Next time, stop with Jasper to take the corners, yes. For the corners, yes.
Get organised, Nolly!
Joe! 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 Even get us higher!
Try on there, Joel.
Ball!
Boys! Boys! 3 minutes! More to score! Yes! Yes! Good! 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 Very good! Yes, David! Who's on the floor? Who's up? Stay now! Good! On the ball!
Church, go higher,
Take the ball! Jacob! Bring it around!
Joel, go.
Jacob McCaffrey!
Okay, hi. Next line. Don't drop on the yes, good.
Shoot! To Jacob! Skip! Yes! Quicker! Quicker! Yes! Yes! Again, Jacob! Yes!
Good, yes, Chris, yes, Chris.
Keep the ball.
Jasper! When the ball is here! Yes!
Joel, get the six, good.
Okay, come here.
David, ready, David. Right,
Give
right.
him a turn, give him a turn! Start!
No, no.
Follow! Use your body!
Joel, where's the six, Joel? Where's the six?
Now, come away!
Joel, the six.
Sorry, hang on!
it, Johnny.
Come on, come in.
Hand on play! Hand on play!
Left.
Stian, come on, Stian!
Yes, boy.
You don't need it. Told you.
They're just guessing your age, Tom. That's what it is.
Harry, one of the guys, subs in or out? It's up to you. They're not coming on. Maybe they want to.
United, but whilst one of those things is happening, the most important thing is that Chelsea are currently trailing by 2-0. And it was 2 goals where they really, probably looking back, will know that they are poor errors to make. In David Angebode, who got the first, and Mackay Bernard Ferguson adding the second, that has meant that Javier Alonso's Crystal Palace side are in front, and they are a very free scoring side as well. They have managed to score 40 goals prior to this in 12 matches, so now it is 42 and 13, which is a strong record and emphasises the fact that they love to score goals and are the side as well who do try to pride themselves on keeping clean sheets. As he has said before as well, the head coach Javier Alonso, that he does like his sides to be balanced. But from the Blues' point of view, well, as we know, there is a lot of quality on that pitch from the first half. You look at the likes of Ibrahim Rabai and Sol Gordon and Chris Atherton. They are players who are of real genuine quality. They've not really been able thus far to imprint their mark on this game and influence it as well as they'd like. Remember, it was a team where it saw 5 changes from it in Freddie Bernal, Riley Ebo, Joseph Wheeler-Henry, Sago Silva and Jashade Green would all come in. But the changes haven't quite yet gone to plan for Hassan Suleiman's side. When you look at the bench, they've got Calvin Diakite, Yahya Idrissi, Matisse Iboué, Joel Filbert and Hezekiah Grimwade to choose from in terms of the options in the game to change for them. As they do trail currently by 2-0. Against the Crystal Palace side, remember as well, who do sit top of the Under-18s Premier League. And remember as well, 2-0, in which the goal scorers that day were Kobe Barber, Chisra Mezanwata, Matisse Iboué, and an own goal from Charlie Walker-Smith. And as I mentioned, Matisse Iboué is on the bench, so he could be of use for Chelsea, should they want to use him. It is a rather overcast day as well here in Beckenham, where of course Crystal Palace all levels do train. Remember, on the official Chelsea app and YouTube, you can follow our live stream of this game. And of course for the first team, well, they are in action in about half an hour's time, to be exact, when they return to action. The men's team this is, as they entertain Burnley at Turf Moor. As we'll keep you right across from what goes on in that game and so forth. As we've got live radio comms on the official Chelsea app for you to keep an eye on. But as it stands, as I said, they are heading out of the Under-18s Premier League Cup, where the only defeat they've had this season has been in this competition when Manchester City beat them by 3-2. And what has meant that they are making up ground in trying to reach top spot and not got themselves in the position that Crystal Palace have heading into this decisive third and final fixture of the group stages in the Under-18s Premier League Cup and Group D, to be more precise. You do wonder if there will be changes to be made at the break. But you look at this Crystal Palace side, and they are still managing to score goals without Ben Casey, who in all competitions has been firing on all fronts. He's managed to grab 13 goals this season. 11 of them have come in the Under-18s Premier League. The second half is not going to be too far away now here in Beckenham. It's going to take a brilliant comeback for Chelsea if they are to get completely anything out of this game. As you can see on the scoreboard, they do trail by 2-0. If you haven't seen the goals yet, Blues fans watching this will be pulling their hair out, given the manner of the goals that happened. The second one was a lovely finish from Mackay Bernard Ferguson, who just gently was able to just guide it into the back of the net. And the first one from David Angebode was nothing short of all of Chelsea's own doing, where they had the ball, tried to play it square and tried to play from the back, and it didn't work. As you can see, the players are emerging onto the pitch. As it is Crystal Palace who hold the keys and hold the advantage as it stands. Will we see changes made for the start of this second half? In which you have to say as well, you look at this Blues lineup, it is one where maybe some of the players who featured heavily prior to this game for the Under-18s aren't being used. Certainly the likes of Chisholm and Wata not being involved is something that Chelsea fans would no doubt would have liked to have seen, but of course he's not here today. Shade Greenwood getting his first start. The likes of Riley Ebo, Joseph Wheeler-Henry, Sergio Silva and Jashade Greenwood, as I mentioned, 4 of those 5 changes all making their first starts for Chelsea Under-18s this season. We'll confirm if there is any changes that have been made at the break very shortly. Referee just checking his watch as the final few subs now head towards the dugout and the seats on the side. Remember, this is a game you are watching live and free via the Chelsea app, its website, and on the official YouTube channel, as we are back underway for the second half here at Crystal Palace's training ground here in Beckenham. Remember, this is a first game for both after a 2-week hiatus, and a game that Chelsea simply have to win. It's currently not going their way, as it's a very early long throw for their defence to deal with from Charlie Walker-Smith, or I certainly thought maybe the Chelsea defence did, as he has gone short to Sean Samade. Now on with Fasida. And in the opening minute of this second half, Crystal Palace now putting a nice sequence of passes together. It's now Anjibode. Feeds it into Chuksakoli. On now to Aduro, getting the shot away. And there's number 3. Crystal Palace further extend the lead. And it's in courtesy of Stuart Aduro, who finds the far corner of Bernal's goal. And it's a horror start to the second half for Chelsea, as this game just gets worse and worse for them. Well, they simply just transferred the ball here, Crystal Palace. Very, very well. Nice, quick pass in, led to the chance for Stuart Aduro, who just was able to find the far corner of Freddie Bernal's goal. And no doubt before kick-off, Chelsea's staff and analysts would have been very much aware of the fact that this is a defence that could be tested, and they know what the hosts possess going forward. And that is very much the case, with the third going in from Stuart Aduro. And even possibly any hope that they might have had has now just further disappeared, in which they now really have to try and grab the very next goal, as Crystal Palace are trying to play out from the back. It's been pounced upon by Sol Gordon, I think it was, who was trying to make it very difficult for Palace's defence. Eventually a free kick is given, but they just look like a real air of feeling uncomfortable there amongst the Palace back line there. Anjibode. Now on to Bernard Ferguson, who takes a tumble. Although Chelsea have managed to win the ball back and gain control of it with Holland. Now to the Northern Irishman, Atherton. Dante Waite. Looking up towards Sol Gordon, who did give chase, but I think he knew pretty quickly that he wasn't going to get there.
Just go in the middle, yes? When we lose the ball, forget the fullback. Come on, get set first.
Well, this Crystal Palace side. As I was just giving a bit of a flavour and a bit of an insight into them during the half-time break. They're a side who in their last 4 games at home have scored 8 against Ipswich, 2 against Reading, 4 against Fulham, 4 against Leicester, and now 3 against Chelsea. So my goodness me, do they pack a punch when they go forward as Riley Ebo follows Maduro all the way and just looked a little bit worried there for Bernal. He might have just taken a bit of a heavy touch, but he was able to play it away and play it to a teammate of his. His pass cut out by Walker Smith. Beautifully done by Dante Martin, who does manage to get the cross in and is well watched by Joseph Wheeler-Henry, and it will be a Crystal Palace corner. They do possess a lot of pace, don't they, when they go forward? Or instead it's actually gone out for a throw, I beg your pardon. Well, he fooled us into thinking it was going to be a long throw very early in the second half. It will again be the same, as he will go short to Judd. Whose ball in is met by a Palace head, but it's straight through to Freddie Bernal, who holds on. Luckily, the headed chance was one Bernal didn't have to really stretch to keep at. It went pretty much straight through to him. And it's clear and evident to see Palace are on the hunt for more than the 3 they've got, as they want to try and inflict as much pain on a Chelsea side, remember, who did beat them back in August, winning by 4 goals to 2. Well, now towards Angibo. They do seem to be finding space well beyond the Chelsea midfield. That's a brilliant tackle by Dante Waite. Greenwood has already found the net for Chelsea under-18s this season in the draw with Tottenham, that equaliser that got them the draw in October's London derby. London derbies are on the wrong side of a scoreline here. Gordon. That's nice play to find Sago Silva. Not the best of clearances by Judd, but Rabbi on the stretch just saw it just drift behind him. And now Judd is trying to break away, determined to still go. Eventually swept up and won back by Chelsea, and in particular Harry McGlinchey. And now Crystal Palace have won it. A real urgency to win this ball back as they now look to try and come forward. Angibo already got 1 today. Tried to get a second, but it's well blocked. They really are desperate to get this 4th goal, and almost probably have it in their mind at the minute that they think this game is still 0-0, the way that they're going about trying to get a goal. Bernard Ferguson still going. Cross will find Jasper Judd, will take it on. Now Walker Smith up from the back, guiding it in towards the far post. They did get a Palace flick on there. As Chelsea at the moment just seemingly cannot get out. Ball going in low. Bernal went for it, as did Wheeler-Henry, and it will be a Palace throw. And they are a team who possess sheer amount of good height to Crystal Palace. Look at David Angibo in particular. Targeting him from this. Gordon chasing it down. Judd will probably go back to his goalkeeper, who has to get his touch right. Gordon might have just forced Marcus Hill there into playing that straight out for a throw. He really showed his pace there when Judd went all the way back to the goalkeeper and just maybe just put a little bit of doubt in his mind. Blinchy. Gordon going inside. Was he held on to there? Spotted by Callum Peter, the referee. Did let the play go for just a few moments there before eventually deciding to pull it back. Well, there's a free kick that has Charlie Holland and Ibrahim Rabai standing over this. In by Rabai, too central and easily gathered by Marcus Hill, who quickly just wants to get rid of that ball. Anjibode was offside from Judd's flick. Well, in terms of the other game in Group D in the Under-18s Premier League Cup, still Sheffield United lead Manchester City by 1-0. So Hassan Suleiman's side are heading out, and heading out as the worst side in Group D. Crystal Palace, top of this group, top of the Under-18s Premier League, remember. Prior to this, Chelsea had a decent record against Crystal Palace. They'd won 4 of the last 5 meetings against the 2. Here is now Chukwusekoli just fending off Holland and now finding Aduro. Trying to get the better of Ebo here, who marshals him well and hens him off, and then they're trying to play out from the back, which Crystal Palace were looking to pounce upon. Eventually the shot was charged down, but seemingly not learning their lessons. Remember, the first goal of this game was from a square pass that went all wrong, which David Anjibode would pounce upon and put Palace in the lead. A tight area like that, he'd probably would have just maybe seen some players just send that away and very firmly out of their box, not trying to bring trouble on their doorstep. There is now Bernard Ferguson. Shot coming in! And the attempt is one that has gone wide as Stuart Aduro, the man who got the third, has nearly bagged himself a brace. Well, they're just linking up so well, are these Crystal Palace attackers, all heavily involved. The 3 goal scorers in Aduro, Bernard Ferguson and David Anjibode. It's becoming something that's getting difficult for Chelsea to try and keep them quiet, as now the changes come in. Idrissi, Diakite and Ibue are going to be introduced here for Chelsea. As Charlie Holland is going to be one of the 3 players who goes off. We'll confirm who the other two players are shortly who have made way. It does look as though that one of the players who's gone off is Dante Waite, the captain. As Diakite would certainly be coming on for him. We know Diakite usually is a fullback, but has played at centre-back this season. And Aboué has immediately lost out. Angebode, there's the chance. Not quite number 4. As Bernal keeps out of Duro. As Chelsea at the moment just are not learning their lessons. Eventually they're going to be made to pay, as now Idrissi tries to feed it into Atherton, who's offside. Idrissi was putting the pressure on there, and the Palace defender target was Dante Martin, but Chelsea now come away with it. Good work by Idrissi. Just a little bit behind Sol Gordon there, who sees Jasper Judd come across him and clear it away. Well, this was the opportunity that Stuart Aduro would have, which just went wide of Bernal's goal. It did just move direction as it was moving in the air. Gordon bumped into, felt the contact and earns his side a free kick. Remember just to say, you can listen to live audio, radio commentary of the men's first team match between Burnley and Chelsea, which is not far away from getting underway in the northwest as the men's first team are back in action. In by McGlinchey. Chance to maybe put it back in, which he's done. Taking a couple of Palace players to get their heads to it. Wheeler Henry. Silva. Without fail, this has been Chelsea's most productive spell of this second half, where they've finally been able to get a foothold of the ball. Facida's header is one that Okoli is able to get to and just send it out for a throw. So just to recap, member, Chelsea just a few minutes ago did make 3 substitutions in Waite, Holland, and it looks as though Ibrahim Rabai went off. Diakite, Idrissi and Aboué went on. Now the flag has stayed down for Aduro. It looked like at first, but eventually it was raised. He did look as though he'd just gone a little bit too quick. Did the Palace number 7. In which all 3 of the attacking players behind Dante Martin have all found the back of the net today. When you consider that they're missing their main goal threat and striking machine in Ben Casey. The goals have to come from somewhere, and they've come from 3 different players, but 3 players who've been productive in their own right. Not quite the same numbers as Casey, but nonetheless still managing to tuck away goals when they can. Idrissi hasn't seen much of the under-18s this season. McGlinchey. On now with Diakite. Atherton will cross, it goes in. Looking for it was just Shade Greenwood who has completely sent that towards the corner flag. Well, he's not had many chances this afternoon, to be fair, as Shade Greenwood, and what is his first start for Chelsea. Only arrived just a couple of weeks ago. Came in from Wolves, and the first introduction he had to the under-18s, as I mentioned, was to score a crucial goal against Tottenham. And Idrissi was circling Marcus Hill there. He tried to clear the ball, took 1 too many touches there, and it did actually come off Idrissi. On a different day, that might have ended up in the net, as Angibo now has beaten the offside trap. As they just quickly managing to get forward, but now comes out and means it and gathers the ball from that cross. It is still 1-0 in the game between Manchester City and Sheffield United in the other game in Group D, but as I mentioned before, that really is only interest of Chelsea fans watching this if they were to be winning this game, but not the case at all, as you can see. They will be back to league matters. Will Chelsea next weekend when they take on West Ham United, the last side who Crystal Palace played, who they would lose to by 3-2 when they were denied a draw in stoppage time, and very deep into it as well to add, which succumbed them to what is their 4th defeat of the league season and their 4th defeat in all comps of the season too. Ewan Danaher wins the free kick there for Crystal Palace. Quite a combative, tenacious midfielder when he needs to be. As mentioned, just minutes away from the men's first team returning. You're not at Turf Moor? Well, you can listen live to the comms of the game between Burnley and Chelsea via the Chelsea app. So you can listen to that as well as carry on watching the rest of this live and free stream on whether it's YouTube or the Chelsea website you're watching from, or even the app if you're using multiple phones or devices. One by Greenwood now. He looks to come forward. There was a Chelsea player who was down on the deck just as Greenwood was trying to push on. Free kick, I think, has been spotted by the referee, Callum Peter, who has eventually awarded it. It was quite interesting to see an interview by Javier Alonso, the Crystal Palace under-18s head coach, where he talked about players well, he talked about his philosophy, but I'll go into that in just a sec, because there did look to be a bit of a late challenge from David Angibo there. He might have just caught Freddie Bernal. The ball was played back to the Chelsea goalkeeper, who eventually would get there. The ball would reach him. It did look like for just a few moments there that Angibo might have nipped in and helped himself to profiting off a Chelsea pass towards their own goal. But he went for it, and he did catch the goalkeeper, and he had a word from the referee. Through towards Ibue. Can't get away from Ewan Danaher, who's too strong. It's gone Chelsea's way as the free kick has been given. Well, as I was saying before that little incident and challenge from David Angibo, it was quite interesting to hear what Javier Alonso, the coach, had to say in relation to his philosophy and his outlook on the game. He has spent years in Spain with Atletico Madrid and Rayo Vallecano. He said, my identity and hallmarks are that I'm competitive and love a high press. He's a offensive coach, and at the same time I want to have possession of the ball. As he just mentioned, there are a couple of his hallmarks to how he sees the game. Certainly is even a good mark so far as the Palace head coach, as they are flying high in all comps at under-18s level. Idrissi managing to poke it to Atherton, who gets the cross in, but it's just a little bit too high and too much on it from the winger there for Chelsea. And maybe the height been taken away there. It might have still been a good chance for someone to try and put it in. Challenge goes in from Thiago Silva on the very lively and youthful Stuart Aduro. Danner now for Crystal Palace. Straight though into Wheeler Henry. Philbert, who has been introduced into this game. Coming in place of Sol Gordon, who just went off just a few moments ago. Advantage with Blues here. Through now towards Greenwood. It's just gone astray and through to the keeper. Looked really good initial work from Yahya Idrissi, who found Greenwood with the intention of him trying to take the shot on. But the Chelsea number 9 just was unable to get a real good grip of the ball with his foot. But it's been in those areas, they've not quite managed to do enough of it this afternoon of Chelsea. Coley battling away with Philbert. On now to Judd. There's a good challenge, has got in a strong 1-2 for Cedar. On to Aduro. Gets the ball in. And Gibaud's effort might have been moving away from the goal, but Harry McGlinchey wasn't to know that and did clear the ball away. Israel, short, snappy, 1-2 touch pass and little give and go there round the back of the Chelsea right back, Riley Ebo, that saw Aduro get that cross in. Over there, the shot was moving away from the goal rather than toward it. Atherton. Recently, of course, penned a pro deal with Chelsea just towards the end of last month. Philbert. Samade eventually getting rid of that. Well, one goal just for Chelsea would really sort of maybe just get Palace just a little bit nervous. As we're into the final quarter of this Under-18s Premier League Cup game, with Chelsea on the way out of it, it seems. And Crystal Palace still progressing in it. And I'd imagine with this free kick, this is going to be one where they're going to try and take a shot on here, whoever it will be who will take this. By the way, in the Manchester City-Sheffield United game, they've now turned it around and now lead by 2-1 in that game. So now the standings do still have Crystal Palace top of the table and Manchester City second on goal difference. Palace with a +5 over a difference of +2 for Manchester City. As I mentioned, the men's first team in action today. We've also got the women's team next in action on the 7th of December, when they, of course, take on Everton. So Crystal Palace are going to make the first of their 2 changes. Milo Bernard, number 16, is going to come on. And there's going to be a change as well, number 12, which is Kyan Fraser-Williams. Sort of a left-back, left midfielder is Kyan Fraser-Williams, who had a successful trial in March and actually played in senior football with AFC Dunstable. So those are the 2 Palace changes. I will confirm who they are for very shortly. It does feel like Yahya Idrissi has had a bit of an age to think about what he's going to do from this free kick. He's going to have to do quite well to try and get this over the wall if he went over the head of David Angibo, but then to the left of him, it's quite short. He goes around it, but it's held onto by Marcus Hill. Goalkeeper did have a good sight of it. Didn't have his vision blocked off by players on both sides. Inside his own area there, as now Crystal Palace march on. Angibo trying to get it through towards Martin, who just could not get that shot away. It just wouldn't break for him there, would it? He had a Chelsea defender right alongside him. That was never going to be easy for him. And Martin, who is trying to fill the striking boots of Ben Casey in that central striker position, just could not really get the luck he maybe felt he deserved there. Danaher, beautifully done. On now to Milo Bernard, who will take it on. And Bernard will push it over his own bar. That was a real scintillating move from Crystal Palace. It drew Chelsea out. And with that in mind, it left the space behind. Palace just got in behind them nicely there. Bernard, however, though, was thwarted and stopped by Freddie Bernal. So a Palace corner, which we've not seen many of in this second half. Goes into the centre and does go on through to Freddie Bernal. And the chase is Idrissi, who was looking for it, but Ewan Danaher just smacked it out of touch. So a free kick will go in Chelsea's favour here. Certainly in the last couple of minutes they're getting quite a few more of those. They are becoming a bit more frequent, a bit more repetitive. It will be Harry McGlinchey who will take when he put it into a good area. It is met, though, by a home player Head. Greenwood. Getting away from Facida and into the box. And the shot from Silva is one that Palace clear away. Brilliant play by José Greenwood to beat Facida and get the cross in. Boué on the gallop. It will be a corner for Blues. Thiago Silva found himself in a lovely position that he made for himself inside the box, but his shot just could not go toward the goal, could not force anything out of the keeper, or better yet, find the back of the net. Corner goes in towards Idrissi. Eventually goes high. On now to Greenwood. Just been pushed out to that corner and has got a corner himself, with Dante Martin getting the last touch. Idrissi's corner all the way to the back and all the way out of play. That is a good area that he did put it in there, but they all just seemingly situated themselves inside the penalty area, just sort of toward the middle of it, rather than just sort of being a little bit more spread out. It did look like it was a little bit all just in one condensed area. Danaher. That's a lovely ball through towards Martin, who slipped at the wrong time, just as it looked like he was going to be bracing himself for carrying on the attack. Phil Bernal. Positive play by the Chelsea sub, and it's resulted in a corner. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, how they sort of went about this corner inside Palace's box. What will happen from this one with Idrissi once again assigned to pick someone out inside the box. All the way to the back, same result. And it did look as though there were a couple of players inside the penalty area that weren't all too happy with that ball in there from Yahya Idrissi. Remember, you're watching this game live on the Chelsea app and official YouTube channel and website. Remember, there is live audio, radio comms for you Chelsea fans who've been unlucky and unfortunate not to make the trip to Burnley. There is now Phil Bert, all alone on that side. Digs out a cross, but it's straight through to Marcus Hill. Well, he's shown good flashes, to be fair, Phil Bert, since he came on. Again, hasn't seen too many minutes for the 18s and Hassan Suleiman's side. And as it stands, remember, there's only one side who can go through in the Under-18s Premier League Cup. And that will be Crystal Palace, who will be going through, and Chelsea will be going out. It's a lovely ball that will find Kyan Fraser-Williams, whose cross is cleared away by Diakite. Brodero was replaced as one of the two substitutes when Bernard and Fraser-Williams came on. It does look as though the other player who did get replaced was Mackay Bernard Ferguson. He was the man who got the second, Bernard Ferguson. Aduro got the third. There looks like there's going to be changes number 3 and 4 with David Orwade going to be coming on, and also as well the introduction of Ryan Anderson as Judd finds himself in the box. It goes across. It's gone straight towards Dante Martin, and Crystal Palace have a fourth. Chelsea unable to clear their lines, and Dante Martin, who's had to watch Aduro, Bernard Ferguson and Anjibode all score, now gets himself on the score sheet. Judd's ball in. Diakite would clear the initial shot from Kyan Fraser-Williams, but he could only clear it straight into the grateful and thankful Dante Martin, who just pretty much passes it past Freddie Bernardo. I think accepted his fate even before Martin took the shot on. It's 4-0, and it's a real miserable afternoon for Hassan Suleiman's side. And for a very short time, as I said, there's going to be 2 more Palace changes, with Ouade and Anderson going to be coming on. Anjibode and Judd, the players who will go off. Where they will go on for Judd and appear in that right back position for the next few minutes. And we're going to see Anderson come on in place of Angebode. Well, Chelsea hit 4 past Palace when they played them on the 23rd of August. Now Crystal Palace in the very next game. Near 3 months on to the day. It's about time that they turned the tables and flipped on its head. It will mean a group stage exit out of the Under-18s Premier League Cup for Hassan Suleiman's side. Atherton to Eboué. Filbert. Can they at least get one? McGlinchey's cross. Hill comes out, doesn't deal with it, but has got the decision his way. I think it might have actually been given for a foul in there. Well, Chelsea aren't the first side to feel the Crystal Palace attack, causing them nightmares. They've managed to score 8 on 2 occasions this season. Ipswich and Birmingham were on the wrong end of that. They've scored 4 against Leicester, Fulham. Prior to this, 3 against Tottenham, 2 against Reading as well, and 3 against Manchester City in the Premier League Cup, 3 against Sheffield United as well. So they're going to score 10 goals in 3 Under-18s Premier League Cup games, which is a pretty phenomenal record. The only disappointment was the fact they couldn't get all 3 points against Manchester City, and it was only a draw. But this London derby is going to be won by Crystal Palace in this game here in Beckingham. Idrissi. McGlinchey. In a game that will be the heaviest loss of Chelsea's season so far. Just the second time they've lost in 10 matches, as Bernard has been pulled on there by Harry McGlinchey, as cynical as it gets. Callum Peter will be dishing out a yellow card in the direction of the Irishman. Challenge out of just pure frustration, that from Harry McGlinchey. Walker Smith. And the control from Idrissi. Poking it through. Filbert and Eboué both looking for it. Either one of them would have been happy to get on the end of it. It wasn't quite clear who it was maybe for, but neither of them were found from that pass. Coley. Well, Callum Peter blows his whistle, and in a game that Chelsea simply had to win to keep alive their prospects of continuing their journey in the 25-26 Under-18s Premier League Cup. They have fallen short and have been beaten by Crystal Palace, a side who they managed to beat back in August. But it's revenge today for Crystal Palace. 2 goals in the first half from David Angebode and Mackay Bernard Ferguson put them 2-0 up. Then Stuart Adura and Dante Martin adding the third and the fourth with 2 goals in the second half. Full time, Crystal Palace under-18s 4, Chelsea under-18s 0 here in Beckenham.
Happy birthday. Let's just go. Let's go.